What's up, YouTube? Hopefully everybody's doing pretty good today. We got Lorna, got Randy. I sent
Hey,
links
everybody.
out to a few other people. So
We're gonna have money today.
I don't know if Money is gonna want to be here. I don't know if he's working or not. Let me send him the link.
Just let me mute. Let me go find you on YouTube. So I got YouTube open.
I want to doing that myself. Had to get that muted. Well, I got sent one to Money.
What about Cajun, or was he not, or was he having that surgery or something today? I can't remember. He was talking about something.
That I don't know. I sent him. He texted me earlier today. And speak of the devil.
Hey, Cajun.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Were your ears
Mater?
burning?
Mater, how you doing? Miss Lorna, hi. Randy, what's up, mon ami?
Oh, not much, Cajun.
So were your ears burning, Cajun?
No, why?
Because we were talking about you.
Yeah, I just asked if you were going to pop on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably about 20 minutes ago was, tell you how bad I've been feeling today? About 20 minutes ago was the first time I had something to eat today.
The first time
That's
what?
not good.
Had something to eat.
Oh, man, you still hurting in your abdomen?
Yeah, I'm still hurting, and they still, like I said, ain't nobody been able to figure it out. What's up, Breezy?
They'll find out when they do emergency surgery on you, exploratory surgery.
Yeah, I know.
Like they did with Johnny Reagan, you know, on the Tom Dobie show, Tom and Johnny show on Saturdays. Yeah. They finally said, well, we got to go in. You know, I mean, we ain't got no choice. This guy was going to die. So they went in right where his gallbladder was, and they, sure enough, found his gallbladder laying there, all gangrene and all that crap.
Damn.
And it showed good on all the images everywhere. Showed good. Nothing wrong with him, they said. Nothing wrong.
Yeah, well, there was something wrong. Like there's something wrong with me right now, and
Correct.
I'm tired of feeling like this. And I mean, as active as I usually am, to have gained about 20, 25 extra pounds, something ain't right.
That's got to
No,
be
that's not.
water retention, fluid retention. That's got to be that.
Something, because usually, you know, like I said, as active as I am at work, constantly moving around and everything, you know, I'm usually right around about 100, 175 pounds. But
That's what I weigh.
Right. Well, last time I went going in, I think it was like 203. I'm going, I know I can't be that damn heavy.
I always thought you was around 195 or 200. I always thought that, because your arms are a lot bigger than mine.
Well, you know, true, muscle does weigh more than fat, but, you know,
No, I've seen it too, Mater, where, like, if you start a new pill or something, like for our doctors, if they would start you on something, sometimes that'll make you gain too. That could be a possibility. I've heard of that.
Yeah, but the only thing is, Randy, I've only been taking a medication since I've been getting sick.
Right.
So prior to all that,
I didn't know, so I wasn't sure how that worked.
No.
Hey, Breezy.
And I don't take any medications on a daily basis.
Hey, Crystal.
Hey guys.
Hey, Crystal. Hey, Breezy.
Hi Breezy, Lorna, Randy, Boo. How are you?
Boo. How we do?
So, but yeah, that's the thing, is like,
Raise the volume up.
and I'm not take some of this medication. I'm not taking all the time.
Smart ass.
That's the way I learned how to do it.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Something's definitely wrong, because last night I looked at him and said, "Your feet are swollen." He goes, "What?"
Yep.
And
I was going to ask you that a minute ago until Johnny needed me for a sec. I was going to say, are your feet a little slow?
Left one is some.
Actually, they're
That's your
both
fluid.
they're both
fluid,
swollen, sweetie.
Fluid's starting to build up.
They're both swollen, but you're left more than your right.
Yeah.
Because on your toes when you come down, they look a lot like this. You have the clear dip from your toes to your foot. Okay, his right foot is smooth. I mean, it's like it's a sheet of plastic. It's that smooth.
Yeah.
His left foot in this area is thicker, so it leaves a definite line that looks like someone took a pencil to it.
Mm-hmm.
So his left is bigger than his right.
Boy, you freak out if you see my feet. Man.
I was going to say, welcome to the world.
No, I'm talking about mine are 4 times the size of what they should be.
Boo,
So
I
my
know a lady, she when her health problems started, she was a size 8 shoe. Okay, she still wore a size 8 shoe, but this is the edge of her shoe. Her foot was like this on top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I would not be surprised. I would be a
okay.
little, and what is your doctor doing about it? But I wouldn't be surprised.
What's up, Patrick?
Hi,
They'll be
Patrick.
doing.
Patrick.
That's one reason for me going to my cardiologist
Yeah.
or cardio doctor was for that, but I didn't get a chance to see him since they sent me immediately to the ER instead of me going after the doctor's appointment. They said, no, you're going right now.
Yeah, you're out the door. Let's go check you into the ER now. Pretty much.
Yeah. And it was, just in the annex part, there's a building that's built onto the hospital. It was built that way, the hospital, and then the building that's attached to it, and the annex they call it. It's the doctor's plaza. So I just walked over to the ER, and man, they right away they just sent me for a CT scan and found all that crap going on, or not going on.
Right. See, they've already done what?
It's like the town I live in.
I think
It was like a hospital and a medical plaza right across from each other.
But they've done like 4 of them, and 3 out of the 4 have been without contrast, and this last one, a little bit over a week ago, is with, and that's still not showing up anything.
Something's hiding inside of you, that's for sure. Hey, Patrick, how you doing?
Yep. Now, one thing they have said is they say I do have like 2 small hernias, but they're nothing to be worried about. Well, okay. I don't know. And I mean, I still have yet to hear back from the gastroenterologist. I guess tomorrow I'm going to have to call, find out. But I mean,
You know what else I'm thinking too, Mater? You know what else it could be? Aneurysm of some sort, maybe?
Let's hope not. Please. No.
Aneurysm.
Yeah, aneurysm is mainly
busted blood vessel.
Yeah, or vein.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you've seen the bulge in a tire.
Oh yeah,
that's exactly what it is, and I hope not, because if you get that and you don't find it before it bursts, then that's an 80% chance of heart attack or
stroke. Aneurysm is a form of a stroke.
Yeah, depending on where. Yeah, it's a stroke.
Yeah, if it's in your head, in your brain.
If it's in your head, it's pretty much there's very little they can do, and that's not what I need.
I've had 2 cousins had aneurysms, exactly the same. It was born that way, and I might have the same thing because I'm a first cousin, and I think I had a stroke or whatever. Something popped, and I was thinking I was having a stroke last night, and I almost went to the ER last night, but I got better. I think my blood sugar just ran a little low. But
have they tested you for diabetes?
Oh yeah. I'm not diabetic and all that.
You know what I mean?
No.
That could be it too, huh, right, Crystal? Diabetes could be with the swelling of the feet.
Yeah, that can be fluid retention, but that's not in your family at all, is it?
But that aneurysm, my cousin had, he survived it but his little brother didn't survive it.
And
So
see, for
they
me,
went on ahead and pulled the plug on him.
see, for me, I've never had, blood sugar, get way out of hand. I mean, yeah, there's been times when I've been tested, but I've already had a nice meal and everything. So as far as what I've had to eat and everything, yeah, that's going to make the blood sugar go up. Considering the fact we're talking about high in starch and everything at the time.
Carbs, yeah.
Right, all the carbs and everything. So that is your body. This is one thing I never have understood. They all say that diabetics need to stay away from sugars. Okay. Well, the thing about it is your body does not take sugar and convert it into sugar. What it does is your body naturally will take a sugar and convert it into like fat. But what it does is it will take a starch or carbohydrate, turn that into sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a lot of starches, then that is what elevates your blood sugar.
As a diabetic myself, we need so much sugar. Because if we don't have enough, our sugar will go down.
And
we have too much, our sugar goes up. And I am going to say, so that diabetes doesn't have to run in your family.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Chris is diabetic. None of his relatives at all are diabetics.
It doesn't have to run in the family, but a lot of doctors right now are, especially here in the U.S., are, oh, well, it's not in your family. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And see, they're more likely to come after me for diabetes than they are him, because I got double dose. It's on both sides.
Unfortunately, I don't know what runs in my family, so I'm guessing every single day.
Now,
you got at least somebody that's got it.
Right. But now, I'll put it like this. Now, the only person I know of that in the family that's ever been diagnosed and confirmed with diabetes was, I guess, my great aunt on my mom's side, but it was her husband. But that was by marriage.
Yeah, that's an in-law, outlaw. That don't count.
Right. So it was not an immediate family member. So, I mean, it was like I said, my grandmother's sister. It was her husband. Mm-hmm. That's the only one I know of that's ever been diagnosed and confirmed with having diabetes.
Okay, this is for Lorna and Missy.
Ooh, yarn.
Yarn?
Uh-huh.
Yarn porn.
Oh, yeah, that color.
Just two strands together. And I'm just doing a granny square.
It looks like popcorn to me. Color.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
buttered popcorn.
Yellow and white.
Yep. Well, that's buttered popcorn.
Yeah. Yellow is the butter.
Yeah, but thinking about buttered popcorn, oof, I can't. No.
Popcorn. Oh,
no.
I didn't say popcorn.
My dad burned one of my favorite pots twice. Actually, 3 times. I only cleaned it twice. Third time, I opened the back door and threw it.
Dang.
I told him I'm not cleaning it again. You owe me a replacement. Made him spend $20 back in about 1990 for a pot. That hurt.
Electric pot?
No, stove, just regular one you use on the stove.
Okay.
I had one, and he did the popcorn the old-fashioned way. You put the oil in it, you put the lid on it, and he walked away 3 times. First 2 times, I saved the pot. I cleaned it out. It was not a problem. I was so pissed that 3rd time because it was all in the same night. And the house smelled like burnt popcorn.
Burnt.
Hey,
Rox, how you doing?
about 2 weeks.
It's like my uncle. He's been staying with us. So he made popcorn in the microwave one night. Now, mind you, regular popcorn smells bad when you burn it. He made this cheddar kind, and it burnt in the microwave. Oh my god! It smelled like rotten eggs. Oh my god, it was so bad. I mean, it was so bad.
There's
Yeah.
my baby. There's my honey, Miss
Yeah.
Missy.
Yeah, I had to take this apart last night because you see how I'm squishing it and it's doing that.
Yeah.
It was doing that without me holding it. I pulled it flat and it was still. So I was like, no, we're done. So I came in with a 8mm, just restarted it with an 8mm hook. So
You know that the first time I was in the hospital a little over a year and a half ago, they were doing my blood sugar once a day, and not once a day, every 4 hours they'd come in and do my blood sugar. Picking me with the little lancet,
yeah,
But it was a different kind that wasn't as intrusive. It wouldn't hurt as much as the older style lancet. This was a little thing they pressed a button and it went pop, and you barely felt it. But man, after a while, after like 100 pokes in each finger on both hands, and I was telling them, look, I play the guitar a little bit now,
I was going to say, welcome to my world.
I picked up Johnny's guitar one day, and
you ran your finger across the string, and
it felt like electricity just bolting through the ends of my fingers from the guitar string.
Thank you, Missy. And I'm sure you ran your finger across it, and it's just you felt like you were just dripping blood.
Oh no, it didn't feel like that with the guitar, but man, so I ain't picked up a guitar since. And it took a long time for that sensation to go away out of my fingertips.
Because you're older, it takes
for me, I can't play guitar because of what happened to my left hand years ago. I was working for a glass shop at the time, and I was walking by a table and didn't notice it. There was a piece of glass laying on the rollers.
Oh.
I didn't notice it, and it was raw cut and everything. Swung my hand up, and it went straight across right through here, cut both tendons of these two fingers.
Oh God, that's bad.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So I had the surgery, but the way my hand and all healed up, I can't bend it, like I can this one.
He can't do this all the way.
Right.
He
so
like this.
Right.
So he's only got about this, I think.
Right. So trying to get my hand around the neck and everything to be able to press down on the strings, I've got limited mobility. Now, probably the only one I might be able to play would be the bass.
The what? Bass?
Bass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you could probably do a cello or upright.
Yeah, but that's your upright bass. But a bass only got 4 strings. A lot of them 5 nowadays.
Right.
They graduated from a 4-string bass to a 5-string bass in a lot of bands.
Okay.
And you don't even have to hold that neck like that. You can do it a different way if you want.
Now, unless I want to go to steel slide guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be, I could do that. That's probably no problem. Now, a piano, piano or organ, yeah. But now I do know one musical instrument I probably have no problem playing. Triangle.
A triangle?
Ding.
Talking about talking about a T5.
Yeah.
We call them a T5 in French.
Well,
It's more than ding though. It's a rhythm. It's the root of the music. The T5 actually takes the place of the drums in French music.
And the metronome, how it does. that keeps the time.
Yeah.
A lot of people use the triangle for that. Now, Renegade's in. Hi.
What's up, Renegade?
What?
How many sandwiches can you eat?
When we moved through your roll top, I found an instrument in there that you can play.
What, tambourine?
Yep.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Is that Missy in the background or Randy, your mom?
That was my mom. I think her phone's acting stupid. She's talking on the phone. Keep listening.
Well, Missy was talking to Johnny about a minute ago.
Yeah.
You know, asking him a question, but that's her behind me.
Yeah. Well, I just heard I can hear you. Can you hear me? So I'm guessing that's Randy's mom. Tell her we said hi.
That was my mom.
Tell Mama we said hi.
Mom, everybody said hello.
Yeah, play radio. I can play radio.
Hello, everyone. Oh, good Lord. There's nobody here, baby. Nobody's. Mama didn't see nobody.
Oh, Luke.
Isn't he cute, Crystal?
Oh, he is.
He's spoiled. He got all kinds of toys.
They're always spoiled.
Yeah.
Both my cat and my dog are spoiled.
All right, Renegade, check your email. I'll send you the link.
Which Kitten, both cats are over there. I have a tub that has yarn in it, and on top of it is plastic bags with yarn in it. They are using those plastic bags as bed.
That's what my neighbor's cats do. But they'll let them on their counter to eat because they'll feed them up there.
No.
But
And they put them on
Patrick,
plastic
if
bags.
someone puts an A in front of your name, they are speaking to you personally. That's the only reason why your name comes up red, my friend.
Well,
Right.
no, it also comes up red even if they don't put the @ sign up.
Hmm.
Right,
But
right.
it's
As long as they spell it all the way out.
Yeah.
they're just
And it doesn't need spaces neither. They can
Nope.
just spell it out the whole with all small letters all the way through, and it'll come up in orange. The
Yeah.
orange is more
You haven't
orange
done anything wrong,
than red.
Patrick. It's just that.
yeah, they're just mentioning you in a comment, and
Yeah,
unless
They tagged you like that, Patrick.
Yeah.
That's how you get somebody's attention.
yeah,
You hit
Yeah,
that
that's
at
how-
sound. If you're on a
that's
if
how
you're
that
on a
works,
computer
man.
now, if you're
On the
computer,
live chat, the person that's running the stream comes up in yellow.
Yep.
Right,
yeah.
right.
So if I go to write something, I'll be writing under Mater's name, and it'll come up in yellow on the YouTube side.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because she's on my laptop.
Now on a laptop or a desktop computer, Patrick, you hit the @ symbol and the first two letters of the name, and the whole name will come up above your message line, and you just click on that or hit enter and hit enter again, and their name pops up automatic.
Yeah. Well, now if there's 3 or 4 people that have the same first couple of letters, then it'll do that.
It'll give you a list. Yeah, it'll give you a list.
And I'm hearing that kind of echo and stuff, so let me get my headphones in. Because it's
It's
only
like-
happening when I talk.
When I go to upload a video to YouTube on my phone, it'll come up in the title description. You can put @ to mention the channel name in your title.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I did that on one of the videos that I did because Mater was being the camera person for me.
That's what I did because that Ken from Ken Small Engines, he's had me on a couple of his streams a couple times now to show that red fan that I have. So
Yeah.
I talked to him about it, and he said I could upload the live streams that I was on to my channel since I was in them, and I used them as my fan to make my fan video list because the fan was in the videos, and he would get it.
Yeah, I
Alright.
You're not being singled out. Like I said, what it is, like what I wound up doing, I put the @ and I just typed in PA, and it, like Cajun was saying, your name popped up, so I would just click on that,
Right.
and then click back the line to where I get the cursor there. I can type whatever else, but it's going directly to you, and the reason your name comes up in red is basically to get your attention that someone's talking directly to you.
Yeah, we are singling you out. Don't let them lie to you. It's because we like you. You know, if we hated you, we would sit there and say timed out or blocked.
Just don't fall asleep.
Speaking
of falling asleep, I'm about ready for bed.
when I
So I'm gonna get going, guys.
When I jump in a panel and there's like 100 people in the comments, everybody's saying, not everybody, but a lot of them, people are saying, "Hey, Cajun," and they don't say Cajun Coin Hunter. They don't highlight the name. They just keep it short, Cajun. You know, because they're probably on a phone and don't want to type the whole name. And I missed a lot of those hellos like that. Now the ones that my name's highlighted in orange, that orangish reddish color, yeah, I can see those because it gets my attention.
Yep, and that's the reason why it does that, is that way you know, because then if you see that color and everything, it's going to bring your attention more to it and everything. It's
Right.
kind of like highlighting your name.
Yes, you have, Patrick. I saw that live stream.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get going here.
All right, Randy, you have a good
I'll see you
night.
guys later. All right, good night.
Brother.
Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I remember that, Patrick, when you fell asleep during your own live stream.
Yeah, YouTube's changing the rules now, man. You can't go on your live stream without a shirt anymore.
Yeah.
Not even if it's your own. As a man, you can't. Yeah, I got mine on. It just, you can't see the color because it's so light.
No, I can see the shoulder straps.
Oh yeah. Well, this type of top is the least I will wear, and I have it actually hiked up over where I normally wear it.
Okay.
I normally have it a little lower, but
Yeah, but I can't see that below your chin, so.
yeah.
Well, what she does, you know, basically the way she wears it around
Nick.
the house, she does a James Bond version.
Yeah, see, these are normally it's down about here where my finger is, but I'm on stream, so it comes up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
the reason I say James Bond is for my eyes only.
hi, Tommy.
Well, that's
What's
how
up,
it's meant to be.
What's up,
How you
Tommy?
doing, Tommy? What's
Yeah,
up, Tommy?
I wasn't raised that way.
Yep.
And that's just part of how I was raised. You don't do that.
Now, I was going to say one thing is that, depending upon how I'm feeling, hopefully soon I'm feeling better to do something. I'm going to start getting the wiring run and everything so I can get that jointer all hooked up.
And get his other toy out of the living room.
Right, I got to finish getting.
Oh, excuse me.
Hi.
What's up, Mike Hodge?
Hey, Mike. What's up, on a meet?
But, yeah, I got to finish getting the rest of the. I got to get over there, over in this section over there. Show you real quick. But over there, where I've got what you see in yellow, that's actually a short extension cord. Well, basically, right in that area, I've got to get that all cleaned out because that's where toy number 2 is going. Yeah.
Yeah. And my cat likes the box for toy number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, what you see over there, like right below it, it's kind of a yellow white. Those are those ceiling tiles that's actually some half-inch insulation that I'm going to be getting put up in the very top to help with the heat and everything and cold.
Oh, show them what we did last night.
Oh.
What you did behind closed doors, I really don't want to know.
No, not that.
Oh, no.
No, he had me come out there and help him.
Right there, It's basically a half-inch thick piece of plywood, and it's like 4 foot by 4 foot, and it's what had my HO scale Spirit of 76 train set on. And since I don't have the train set anymore and the track and everything was all shot, I just took all the track off and got it cut to fit up in there.
Yeah, and the fun part is I'm standing there just between the rafters, and I'm pushing up with my fingers, just like, where do you want it?
Yeah, but I had to get it all notched because it's going against the wall, so I've got the other rafters staying over there, so I've got to have it notched a certain area. That way it slides in there, and then also have to put a notch in it for the wire it's coming down for the outlet I've got. So I've got that, and that's still another section that I'm working on. So hopefully it won't be that much longer, and this complete side will be all done. But I got to disconnect the wire I got coming over from the breaker into the light switch. And since that is set up for 20 amps, I'm going to run it, pull it back in, go to a junction box, because I don't know if I've got enough wire still left. Get that all connected to the junction box, run it down to the end, and have it come in and drop down in the back over there for power for the jointer. And then put in the other breaker in over there. And then since I've got plenty of the 14 14.2 Romex, I mean, I'm just using that for the
Light.
lighting, right? Because these LED lights, they don't pull that much power.
Right.
So I can run, I can use the 14.2
Cool.
for that jointer.
What you do?
Uh-oh. Someone got something to eat.
Oh, just a little sandwich, huh?
Man.
Yum.
BLT, that's right. That's
Yeah.
what Johnny's got for supper.
But for the jointer and toy number 2, I'll be running that 12-2 wire, which is up to 20 amps. So get all that done. Hopefully not that long from now. Finish getting everything down through here, clear it off, and have Crystal help me get this plastic hung up. That way I've got nothing but this one side totally done. So the only other thing I got to do is where I've got all these
Get your butt back to work.
Yeah, that too. But where all these boards and everything are butted up against each other, get up in there and start putting silicone on there to seal them all up. Because there's gaps and everything there. But, I mean, it's a lot better than what it has been. Now I get started on working on that diesel heater again, getting it all set up. Not too sure exactly where I'll put that. And I gotta get a power source, a better power source for it. But getting there. Then I'll be able to start doing a lot more. Of course, now I've got this heater, little propane heater right here. The only problem with that is it needs another tank. Yeah.
The Bank of Crystal is broke. She is waiting on invoices.
Right now I'm trying to figure out what Mike and Patrick did because I'm hearing the sirens going. Shut up, man.
Pork, sauerkraut, and potatoes. That sounds good. He made him breakfast for dinner, so eggs, sausage, and hash browns. I gave his mom a hot dog, and I had ramen about 4 o'clock after Kelly's live.
Right, be right back.
Yeah,
Okay.
all I do is we've got the that bag of potatoes. It's got the bell pepper and onion mix in it. You get from Walmart. It's already chopped up, frozen. So spray a little bit of spray butter and everything in the pan. Put the potatoes and everything in there. Got them going. Add a little bit of seasoning, salt, pepper, and
Renegade, you know it always goes down to food.
yeah. But put some of the put some Cajun seasoning in there. And then we got the sausage patties are pre-cooked already from Walmart. Just took them out of the freezer, put a couple in there, got them heated up good enough to where they were not frozen, and just chopped them up real good. Got them all mixed in there. Put them in the bowl. Popped me a couple of eggs in the frying pan. Got them cooked over medium, and then laid me a couple pieces of cheese in there. Put the eggs on top of that. A little bit of pecani sauce. So that was dinner. Actually, that was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because, like I said, I hadn't had anything to eat all day because I just have not been hungry or just haven't felt like eating.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pat. Rocks. If you're trying to lose weight, go drink you a glass of milk and be done with it.
Hey, Shade Tree, how you doing?
What's up, Chef Scott? How's it going?
Yep. You're getting a lot of that stuff taken care of over there.
Yep.
Really, Ashley?
What'd you do? Go live again?
Yeah. I just got the notification that Ashley's live.
Who's Ashley?
Mob.
Yeah.
Huh?
One of mine.
Yeah, one of those girls that crochet.
Oh.
So you want me to dip? Let you guys speak about whatever, and I'll go deal with her.
No. I mean, she knows I go live on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Well, she's not taking away. She's not taking away from your
no.
channel.
I know.
No.
Not with tools and all that stuff. You know,
I know, but he
about.
likes to go there and let her run and support her.
I know.
Because she's helped me come out of my shell a lot and actually start putting videos and stuff up.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, that's the plan that I've got as far as getting the rest of the garage done. Like I said, I've got probably 15 to 20 of those panels of insulation. Like I said, they're considered ceiling tiles because they're like 4 foot by 2 foot.
Oh yeah, you're talking about in a suspended ceiling, like in an office or something like that. Yeah, those make good insulation.
Right. I mean, because like I said, they're half an inch now. They're not. The R value on them is not high, but something in here is definitely going to be better than nothing.
Oh yeah. And they 2 foot on center also, so that's what's good. You can staple them right to the rafters. You know.
Well, the thing about it is, like I said, I've got lighting I'm going to be putting up there also, because once I get this all enclosed, there's not going to be any lights up there. Because I will have to put some lights up there.
Oh, okay.
Like I said,
so
somewhere right over in here is where I'll put the like an attic ladder in. That way, I'll be able to get up there, and yes, I will use it for storage stuff. Right, I'll use it for storage because I'll have quite a bit of room up there.
Yeah, and whatever is out there that he needs in storage goes up. It's not coming in the house.
Right. But that's one good thing, and also the fact is that whatever's on the other side of this wall that is in there that needs to get moved out, it can actually get put up because by that time I'll have the garage and everything all finished, and this will all be framed out as a wall.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, Chef Scott, but I've been out for 9 days. I've been out the hospital. If you count Saturday, you know,
Yeah.
the first day I got out. If you count that Saturday, I've been out
Hey.
9 days.
Your release day is always your first day.
Yeah.
Ask
Yeah.
anybody that's gotten out of jail. Their release day is always their first day.
Yeah. But I'm fixing to have another surgery Wednesday. Now I got a call I missed a call while I was taking a nap at 4:30. I got up at 15 till, and then I went to make a phone call, and I noticed a missed call. Well, it was my surgeon, and they was probably calling me about the time, you know, of my surgery.
Right.
You know, what time I have to be at the hospital.
No.
Yeah.
'Cause it's going to be an outpatient thing, which they hope. And when I called them back, they were just closing up, I guess. I called them right at 5.
Okay, I'm crossing all my fingers. Crossing my toes hurts, so that is an outpatient deal.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully everything goes good enough that way you can show up Wednesday night for the live stream.
Hey, no.
I mean, I don't want to
He might be out of
be like, I thought this was outpatient. No, I want to go home. You know, no. When the doctor asked me last 2 Saturdays ago, you know, a week ago, the doctor said, well, you ready to go home? I said, let me tell you something, Doc. I'm ready to go home if I'm well enough to go home. I'm not going to tell you I want to go home. I'm ready to go home just because I want to go home. I said, if I'm well enough to get out of here, to jump ship, then yes, you know, discharge. So he gave me a few things to, how they call that, to keep an eye out for. You know, kind of a list of things to do, not to do, all that crap.
Yeah, I know. See if they have the same, because I've been saying they're out online.
I mean, if nothing else, I'll get 1 week, 1 life. It won't matter.
No.
Nothing wrong with putting cages of chicken.
I like being able just to take my headphones out to talk to my kid.
Oh, that was Chris?
Yeah. He wouldn't.
Okay. I didn't know he was back.
Back? Where'd he go?
He didn't go anywhere.
Well, which one was in Oklahoma that stayed behind?
Chris. Yeah, he came back Monday night.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I meant. I didn't know he was back from his little mini vacation or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know y'all had went on a trip, a road trip.
Oh no, that wasn't a road trip. That was dealing with family.
Yeah.
Well,
and yeah,
you know, y'all went out of state, so
yeah.
Well, she did. Yeah, both of them did, but I stayed here.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I remember you saying that. Now you had stayed over there.
Yeah. Well,
you had to take care of your mom anyway.
Yeah.
I took the camera down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boo. He's heard about you by dealing with us on live streams. He knows you're my kid. He says hi.
But anyway,
hey Chris.
Right. But the fact is,
and they say hi.
We went up Saturday, and he actually said, "Okay, I'm going to ride back." And something else come up where that kind of got screwed up there coming back that Sunday.
That's okay.
And he was basically going, "Hey, I need her to come back up and get me." And I go, "Nope, that ain't happening." I said, you know, basically that he had a ride.
Kelly!
They bringing him back. He needs to get that ride back.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
But yeah, yeah, and I had an aunt that was pissed at me, but she pissed me off back in February, and I don't care.
Yep.
Now the reason she was pissed at me was it was her fault. She was pissed at me. Her husband and her were both in really bad health. Her husband passed away the 28th of September. Their wedding anniversary was the 29th.
He passed away this past September?
This past, yeah,
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago. He died.
I knew nothing about it.
Oh.
And I was, well, why didn't you, she's like, well, why didn't you say anything, say anything to me about Billy dying? I said, who? I said, your husband's dead? She said, yeah. I said, you just now told me, and that's the first I've heard about it. Well, you still could have sent a card or something.
Well, you can't send a card if you don't know anything about it.
I said, so how are you, Uncle Richard? I literally did turn to 180 and talk to her brother. Oh, yeah. And then I was talking to my cousin about it, and she's like, yeah, well, and I told her exactly what had happened with why my aunt. I was kind of pissy about my aunt. She's right over there. Look, I said, no, I don't care. I said, if she doesn't like the truth, then she has a reason not to contact me anymore. She goes, my cousin's just sitting there trying not to crack up laughing. I said, you're not obligated to keep the peace between family members. I said, I'm tired. I'm done. I'm not sugarcoating my life for anybody else anymore.
$73 degrees.
Bar.
84.
41.
That's the temperature here. It's 84. At least that's what my phone's trying to tell me.
I ain't worried about your phone. Anthony!
What's up, Anthony?
Hey, Anthony.
Sorry about that. Oh.
What's up, Anthony Robles?
Yep.
The Magic 8-Ball Man.
Yep. Hey, Anthony, check your email. I've just sent you the link. I was hoping Adam is not too busy.
Well, read private.
Yeah. He's a baby! Nope.
I thought of it at the same time you did, man.
Dog decided to look at me and then run away. She went to bed.
Well, I already sent it to
Adam. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I sent one to I just got to send one to Anthony.
Specifically
Sent it to Renegade. I sent it to Adam.
Oh yeah, they got it.
Okay, gotcha.
You have break.
Find it yet.
Thank you. Lock the door when you come back. Well, no, we got trash. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, you do have to start asking the Magic 8-Ball again.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like do that. Come up in panel and do like two questions.
Magic 8-Ball. Will I finish this anytime soon?
There you go.
Well, Boo, no.
No. Oh yeah. I see you got this.
I can already tell you what the answer would be. Highly doubtful.
Highly doubtful.
Yeah, this was a 1 pound ball of yellow. The only thing missing besides what's in here is enough for a hat that fits an adult man. Yeah.
So, Cajun, how much? I was going to ask you on these ceiling tiles. How much of an upgrading value are they going to do, anyways? Do you know?
I don't know the exact R value on it. It might be something like a 4 or 5 or something like that instead of a 12 or 15. I don't know if you're gonna place them, on the ceiling joist You know, on
No,
the
they're gonna
flat
go up.
ceiling.
They're gonna go up in between.
Well, in between the joists, or they're gonna be going up the rafters.
Well, they're gonna go up against the roof itself. Directly
Okay,
on.
that's
Yeah.
that's what I'd asked you earlier, but it sounded like you was gonna be covering the ceiling with those.
Oh no.
Okay.
As far as the reverse on it, no, I haven't got that figured out yet. I haven't been out there working on it at all, trying to figure out the way I've been feeling.
My son came in the room.
I know. I gotta get out there and get to working on that. Not much wrong with it. And I do have to get back to work because I've got bills getting piled up.
Yeah.
I saw a trike the other day, but it was a little small scooter.
Really?
Yep.
Sorry about that, guys. I got strep last week, and so it's.
Oh, you still got that tickle in your throat then.
I haven't even
Tickling
taken
works
it down there to them yet. That's the thing. I haven't even taken the bike down there to have them work on it. I just haven't been feeling like it. Up like this. Last night, I came in, I took my medicine and everything, and let's just say I saw 1:30 on the clock, saw about 2:45.
I was out by then.
4:30. I mean, I was constantly up and down throughout the whole night.
Yep. Someone even told me to go to bed, and I'm like, me go to bed? More like you go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's because I couldn't sleep. And I came in right when I came in because I came out here to the garage, and I went in back in the bedroom, and she was being like a chainsaw.
Yep. Well, that's what happens when I'm sick. I can't breathe right.
Well, you're playing lumberjack because yeah, you're doing a lot of sawing.
Keep it up. You know my recliner is comfortable for me. See how well you like it.
Man, I'll clear off the table here and bring me my blanket.
Do you know what? I sleep better in my recliner than what I do in my bed.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple of days that I was like, I'm done with you. I'm gonna go sleep out there.
Yep.
I pulled it out, laid out, and I'm just leaning back like this.
Yep.
Bye.
Oh, I can be in the bedroom. She's out there doing something, and I can go out about an hour later.
Mm-hmm. I've done that
She's out.
more than once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shout at somebody in a minute.
Bailey,
I've already shouted at her once. I'm muted.
what's she been doing?
She got some new toys, and she's got a basket about that big, and she's deciding that she can pick it up now it's empty, and chuck it against the cage.
Little kids are in a tantrum.
Well, in situations like that, you take away the toys.
But the toys keep her quiet.
Yeah. Ish.
Ish.
Yeah.
But Chris came in and cooked a roast. No, Chris came in for dinner yesterday because he had to set up my Disney Plus. Because I had to buy a Firefox stick just to get Disney Plus. I was like, and so I cooked a roast dinner, and she didn't even come out once. No, Chris turned around and said, "Do you want some chicken?" Nope. Want some veg? Nope. I said, "So do you then." He walks out the door, then gets as far as his car. She comes out, and I told him, I said, "Well,
tough luck." Yep.
Hey, William.
I
Hi,
had my
William.
flu
Hey,
jab
William.
flu jab yesterday.
Yeah,
Uh,
you fell with us the other day. You fell at Chris's. You had your flu shot. You had your COVID shot.
No,
Like I said,
I got to go for my COVID next week. But
if
the
it wasn't
funny,
for bad luck, you wouldn't have any at all.
yeah, but the funny part is, because you got pick a date and all that lot. We got there, waited in the queue, and the nice nurse turned around and said, "Lorna, how old are you?" I go, "I'm 41." I go, "Why are you asking me my age?" She goes, "You're not meant to be having your flu jab today." I turned around and said, "But our names are down, we booked it and everything else." She goes, "Yeah, you're in the wrong category. It's for 60 and over." I turned around and said, "Well, my partner's gone the other way, so he ain't going to have his either because he ain't 60 yet." But they were nice enough because they messed up to go get the other one. We had it within me walking from the doctor's surgery to Chris's car. My arm went dead.
And by the time you got home, you're sitting there doing this thing.
What's up, Ray?
Raising Cajun, what's
Hi,
up, William?
William.
William, how you doing? Right on.
You were drunk and you didn't even have anything to drink.
But with my hip the way it is, my plans for next weekend went out the window. And I turned around and said to Chris, I go, "We're going to have to go a lot earlier for this COVID jab because it's going to take me about half an hour to walk from A to B."
No problem, Renegade. Hey, Anthony, check your email. I sent you the link.
Yep.
But I know last night, Crystal was saying, "Well, what's going to be for dinner?" I told her, "I don't know, hang on." Of course, she asked me about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I went in the kitchen, looked in the freezer, it's like, oh, okay. And it's like, I can take this, found some chicken breasts been in there. Take those, I can put this. Okay, I already had it figured out. And I took a small pan and put the chicken in. It was in a freezer bag and everything. Put that in a pan, filled up with water, and stuck it on the stove on a very, very, very low flame. And I think for about an hour or so, I did like that. It was just enough to get the water warm to be able to defrost the chicken.
He played boil in a bag.
Yeah, it was basically
you
right,
basically did.
But it didn't cook the chicken right. But it didn't cook the chicken all the way because when I put it in the pan, I saw some pink still in there.
Yeah.
Right. But anyways, we still had a little bit of leftover of a rice mixture. It had rice and cheese, stuff like that. I spooned that all in the pan, got all nice and even. Took a can of mixed vegetables, put that on top. Put the chicken on top of that. Then took a can of like a nacho cheese soup mixture. Put that on top. Put about half a can of water in the can itself, and kind of mix it up to clean out the can. Poured that in there. Put aluminum foil over it. Stuck it in the oven. I think at 375 for about an hour.
And then I went up on Polar Bear Edge stream the last like 10 minutes, and like I'm sitting there. I have the bowl on my Chromebook, and so I've got the down here like this showing the food, and they're like, "Oh, oh." I said, "This is just to show y'all guys Mater can actually cook."
Yep. Yep. I can cook. I mean, I actually had gone into years ago. I'd actually gone into an Italian restaurant, and it's like they were asking me, what I thought of their sauce and everything. I go, y'all's is good, but mine's a little bit better. They go, really? I said, yeah. They said, bring me a sample of it. And this was the owner. About a week or so later, I took him a small sample of it. He goes, you're right, yours is better. They liked it, and it was like, yep, told you.
Yeah, I'll admit I take sauce or seasoning and stuff when I do ramen. It's never just the noodles and the sauce packet. Never. I literally open the cabinet door and I want this. I want this. Yeah, that sounds good. No, yeah, yeah.
Making you a meal out of it like that.
Yeah, Chris as well. I can never make the same mix up twice.
Nope, never can.
I used to add shrimp gumbo. I used to add shrimp gumbo to my with them big old shrimp to the ramen.
Now, I tell you what's real funny, Cajun, you mentioned it, is that is kind of a, now you know what an oxymoron is, right?
Mm.
Okay, it's basically, where you say the same thing, but it's the opposite of what it's supposed to be.
Right.
And that's one thing that always gets me is jumbo shrimp. Well, jumbo means big and shrimp means small.
Yeah.
So jumbo shrimp is an oxymoron.
Well, the real, I mean, people started calling little stuff shrimp, or hey shrimp, how you doing? You know, a younger fellow, you know, like a little boy. Hey shrimp, what you doing? You know, but that actually came from the shrimp name of the crustacean.
Mm-hmm.
And that reminds me, I gotta watch Rocky's video because I got some notification that he wasn't mentioning me. I don't know what he said, but I'll have to find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to drop down because I apparently got cold enough to start sneezing.
Ooh.
So I have my shawl on.
And what was that question that was posted on was it Facebook a few days ago? It's like, or no, it wasn't.
Family Feud.
The Family Feud's like, we asked 100 men or 100 married men, and it's like, what name would you,
Which of the 7 dwarves is your wife in bed? And it shows 2 guys are up there standing. One of them's a very nice business casual. He's got the button-up shirt, tie, everything. The other one is Marines in dress blues. And they're both sitting there like,
Yep, neither one of them wanted to say a thing.
Check it out.
Bailey! Baby Bailey!
Right. And I told
the hamster.
Right. As soon as I wound up seeing that,
Another hamster.
I told Crystal, says what I would name her. Her name would be, I go, Sneezy.
That's what I've been doing, though.
I know.
Apparently, Texas weather does not like me because up until I moved down here, the season change has got me with a sinus headache because everything backed up. Now I'm sneezing my head off. William says hi, Bailey.
Well, I kept trying to tell you that, Texas weather is totally different. You didn't believe me it was going to be that dramatic of a change.
Honey?
I know.
Yeah, we've got cold weather at the moment. Then we're meant to be having an Indian summer towards the end of the week. And it's like, yeah, right.
Yeah, gee, thanks.
Yeah, well, I still say that, when she first moved down here and everything, I told her, well, you're getting down here at the right time. You're going to be here for your first Texas summer. And
oh, that's him, boo, not you.
Yep.
Oh.
That's me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my train passing.
Okay, I have blackberry lilac. Dollar Tree stuff, but it works.
What is it?
What's
Hand
it?
cream?
Hand wash.
Yeah.
Oh, hand cream.
Lotion.
Yeah.
Whose train is that?
That was our train.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's I go to Dollar Tree and I'll buy
3 or 4 different kinds.
5.5 ounces for $1.25.
Yep.
And
Oh
you
yeah,
can
now
get,
wait, who was it that said that everything's not $1 anymore in the Dollar
yeah,
Tree? It's $1.25 or $1.50. I think Johnny
yeah.
told me that.
Yeah.
And if you look behind me, you see up against the wall that brown lid.
Mm-hmm.
That's cocoa butter lotion. The Queen Helens.
Yeah.
That everybody used to sell it.
At the Dollar Tree.
Yep. Well,
Yeah,
grab,
That's what I
okay,
said.
grab that tube of my hand lotion over there by the light.
Oh. Okay, I gotta drop down for that one because otherwise I'm gonna be flashing my butt to everybody.
But yeah, I mean, I wound up finding that at Dollar Tree. That's what I use, and that's actually I think my third tube of it.
Yep.
But
And it's 8 ounces of Dermasil. This is a name brand
yeah,
for
and
$1.25.
right.
Take
Yeah.
care, Patrick.
Hi,
Hey,
Patrick.
Patrick.
Later, Patrick.
But yeah, I mean, I'm finding that at Dollar Tree for like $1. And I remember I went going to a flea market a few years back and found someone had it on their table and they had it marked for like $2.50.
Mhm.
And it's like I looked at it, saw the tags. Nope, okay. Like I go here to Dollar Tree and buy it for cheaper than that.
Buy 2 of them for the same price.
Right.
Yeah.
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 See, when I go to the one here in town. Is this your last tube?
I think I got one more.
Okay, you'll have to check.
I'll have to look. Right.
Yeah.
But it ain't gonna hurt to get another one if I have it.
Depends on how much money I have after sending Chris to the store for bread.
I know.
Because I forgot to have him get it earlier. And I told him to get me some chocolate so I don't kill people.
Still got some in the freezer.
That's
Crystal,
dwindling.
I'm shocked you're not at someone else's live.
I'm actually thinking about dipping out and letting him deal with it, and y'all guys can go into tools and stuff. But I mean, I've got chat running, so I can mod through that.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop because someone else is live as well.
Yeah.
But,
So
actually,
yep, y'all two
yeah,
have it because I've been here an hour, so y'all guys know you're all good. You haven't royally screwed it up yet.
I'll keep modding.
Yeah, I've got chat up, so I'm going to mod anyway. But
Be safe,
y'all guys
y'all.
have fun, dude. I'll talk to you another day.
All right.
I'm going to try and be up tomorrow, but it'll be like 4 in the afternoon if I'm up, and I'm only going to keep it up for a couple hours too. So y'all guys have fun. Stay safe.
All right.
All right. Well, you talk.
Bye.
Well, now I'm going to have plenty of room for someone else. It's just you and I, and Money ain't going to come up because he was on his way to church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Usually church is on a Wednesday,
Yeah, I know.
midweek.
Well, I know that he messaged me saying he was on his way to church.
Okay. Raging Cajun, check your email, bud.
Yep. So, of course, Renegade, he's not going to come up because he says he's not feeling good. Like I said, link out to Adam and send it out to Anthony. Oh.
Anthony might come up after he finishes cooking and eating.
That's possible. But I was going to say, talking about tools and stuff. I was watching a video on YouTube, and this guy had gone out and he was doing a review of the Quinn metric ratcheting wrenches and everything. He said he wound up finding them in a pawn shop, I think, for like $50.
Hmm.
Yeah, but the only thing is, he was saying that they're about $140, dollars new. I'm going. It sounds a little too much for a set of Quinn ratcheting wrenches. So I went up going on the Harbor Freight's website, looked them up, like $89.99 for the set.
And so but the pawn shop had them for 50.
Right.
Same name brand or what?
Well, it's Quinn.
Okay.
I mean, he found a set of the Quinn metric ratchet wrenches. Like I said, Harbor Freight sells. I mean, 'cause that's what they sell. They had them brand new. If I want to, I could walk in my own Harbor Freight and get them for $90 plus tax.
All right.
But I want to, watch his video and everything. Now, the one thing about with Quinn is, yeah, they're a no skip and everything. But I looked at those and I looked at the price as far as what Harbor Freight wants for the same, basically the same thing. And I'm going, am I really going to want to pay about $40 more for this Quinn set compared to the Pittsburgh? And the two that they include in the Quinn is sizes I'm not really going to be using. I think it was like 16 and 18 millimeter. There's not that much as far as, nowadays as far as having a 16 or 18 millimeter. I mean, 15, 17, 19, yeah. But to me, I just didn't see a need for something like that.
Oh, Bailey. Oh, yeah, Bailey, the hamster. Okay.
Yeah. Here comes Anthony.
What's up?
What's up, Anthony?
Hello.
How's it going, man? What's up,
Finished cooking and eating, Anthony?
No, I'm not cooking. I've been working on this. Is a project I've been working on since I think I started Sunday.
Oh, I thought you said earlier in a comment that you just got home and you was going to start cooking.
No. I'm not cooking. I'm doing my project.
Oh, okay.
The whole cooking project video. I've been filming little small snippets of it as I go.
Oh, okay. Cooking video.
Hey, Adam.
I missed my Sunday.
Hey, Adam.
Yep. Check your email, Adam. I sent you a link. That way you can come up.
I was supposed to do my Sunday cooking video, but I just didn't have the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been watching Adam's videos and everything. Some of the stuff that the garage sales and auctions he's gone to. I'm going, and what he spent on some of the stuff, I'm going, damn, I can't find anything that cheap around here.
Was finding like good deals on like equipment or?
Yeah, I mean, he found like a brand new electric motor, a single phase. I think it was
the little ones that go on like a bench top.
Right, but he paid like $15-20 for it.
Nah, not here. I've never seen it that cheap.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he was, that's what he paid for it, like at the auction or wherever it was. I don't remember where. They paid like $10-15 for it.
Wow, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Stuff's been getting harder and harder here. Well, we can't have anything here anymore.
Yeah. But it's like, I've been watching, his videos and everything. I'm going, how is he able to find some of this stuff?
Well, maybe he's one of those deal hunters. Like Midwest Tool Review finds crazy good deals on like quality tool truck stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's like that. He's going to like garage sales and auctions, and I mean, he's showing how he can get some of this stuff. And one of the items, he had a box. I think he said it paid like $25-30 for it. I could be wrong, but it's like he didn't know what was in it. He was doing basically the unboxing.
Mm-hmm.
He found that Syntex magnetic base and everything.
Yeah.
What you find at Harbor Freight and everything. Like brand new. He put it down on the table, flipped the switch and everything for the magnetic, part to engage. And he was sitting there doing this number. He said, damn, this thing is stuck. It was holding.
Oh, yeah. We got a few of those magnetics things at the shop.
And then he also found the little dial indicator that go with it Yeah.
Oh yeah, dial indicator. That's a few bucks right there.
Yeah.
A good one is anyway.
Right, but he found the Syntex magnetic face and the Syntex dial indicator.
That's pretty good, actually. We have a hybrid of Fowler, and we even have some, I guess it's pronounced Mayoto or whatever.
Johnny's got a big one at the.
Couple of stairs floating around.
Yep.
Johnny's got an antique one at this big shop. A dial indicator.
Yep. Well, up like this, one thing that really got me was there was some machine shop that was doing some upgrades on some of their equipment, and they had one that it was just an older mill and everything. And they said, if you want it, hey, we got this, come over and get it. He goes, how much? They go, free.
Yeah.
And it worked. I mean, the only problem with it was they were just upgrading to a newer piece of equipment. There was nothing wrong with it. They just upgraded to newer and better.
Yep.
Said, come get it. You pick it up, it's yours. So
we took our mill apart and basically harvested parts out of it to make some other piece of equipment run for us.
Right.
Because we don't use the mill. The mill's been sitting for 3 years. We haven't touched it. We don't care about using it.
Wow.
So we harvested the plug and all the electrical stuff out of it because it had the proper phasing and all kinds of stuff.
Right. One piece of equipment that really surprised me, and I didn't know they made it, but it was basically a Craftsman hacksaw. But it was a mechanical one. Speaking of the devil.
There he is. What's up, Adam?
Right. But it was a...
Like you mean a Craftsman bandsaw?
No, it wasn't a bandsaw. It was a hacksaw. I mean, you had the electric motor down at the bottom and everything. Then it belt driven to a wheel, and that was connected to like an actual hacksaw blade that would sit there and make the thing go back and forth.
Mm. I like the metal saws where they go round. You know, you're not wearing out just one part of the saw blade. You know,
the bandsaw. I just fixed it. I just fixed our bandsaw again today. The kids are already messing.
No, I'm not talking about a bandsaw. I'm talking about it's got a bed on it. You know, with a fence behind it, just like a chop saw or what have you. You know, but it's made different. It's the metal saw. It's a metal saw that goes down on its own. You just turn the tension on it, and it goes down, 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 like like a railroad crossing. Down, boom, then it's cut. Then you
horizontal bandsaw.
Huh?
Horizontal bandsaw.
Horizontal saw, metal saw, bandsaw.
Oh, the vertical version.
Oh, antique hacksaw. That uses a wide belt about that wide to run.
To run what?
That hacksaw.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever get a date as far as how old that thing was?
Oh, that saw is probably only from like the 50s.
And how much did you pay for it?
$20. No one around here, used tools go for nothing. Like when I bid on stuff at the auctions, like the Cobalt tools and the Husky stuff and all that goes for more than the old stuff does.
Well, I look for the old antique stuff all the time myself.
Yeah. And what was that? What was the make on that mill that you picked up?
Which one?
The one you got for free?
It's a Van Norman.
And how expensive are those normally?
Well, new, of course, all that stuff's astronomical.
Right.
It would have been a $1,500, $2,000 mill here used.
And you got it for free.
Yeah.
Now, how operational was it?
I just cut 100 feet of 2-inch keyed shaft on it, so it's up and running.
200 feet of keyed shaft? Wow.
Yeah, 100 feet of 2-inch.
You already got your money's worth out of it by doing all that.
Oh, yeah. There's a machine shop I do work for when they're smaller jobs, when they're overloaded, and they cut it over to me. Probably
Man,
so
you got
cut down on the time I charge them to do the jobs.
well, I feel like this to me. You got lucky in order to get that phone call. Say, hey, just come get it. It's free.
It needs some work. It's a little war, but I'll take care of that this winter.
I got a buddy of
Feed
mine.
calf, good enough.
I'm
Buddy of
pretty
mine lives.
sure you got the equipment, everything to get everything paid for it.
Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine that lives near Lake Charles in Ragley, Joe Guidry, and he got a phone call one day, and they says, "You busy right now?" He says, "No." He said, "Can you come meet me at the shop?" I said, "Yeah." So he went on over there to that shop, and they had I think it was a Bridgeport lathe, a good sized lathe too. I forget how big he said the bed was on it, and what size it was. But the company bought it, I don't know, about 20 years ago, something like that. There was a fella that was working in that shop. It wasn't a machine shop. It was a production shop doing something. I forget what they were doing. But one of the guys that was working there said, "Hey, let's get a mill." He went up to the boss and the owner and said, "Let's get a lathe." He says, "I can do a lot with a lathe over here and increase, instead of buying stuff, we can make it ourselves." So the guy says, "Okay," and I forget how much money they spent on that lathe. And his first setup, after they got the tuning all done and everything, the setup for the lathe, he chucked something up in the jaws and forgot to take the key out of the chuck. And when he turned that thing on, it went through a piece of tin, a wall that was walled off for, as a room. And good thing nobody was in there because it landed next to the other wall, the outside wall. And they said, "Nope." Nope. If OSHA would have been here, boy, that'd have been a $10,000 fine right there. Automatic.
Don't get
And
me
that
started.
lathe stayed there idle, never been used, never cut a piece of material with it, never. And he said, "Joe, you want this? Get it out of our way. Free." Oh, hell yeah.
Right there.
I'll take a lathe for free.
Yeah.
A big one like that. Hey, well, you see, Joe's got a fully equipped machine shop already. And that's about his fifth lathe he has.
That's about the only thing we don't have. We don't have a lathe for some reason in our shop, and we could really use one.
Well, talk to your boss, but just don't leave the key in the chuck, in the jaw.
Right now, we don't know what we're doing half the time anymore. We don't know if we're moving buildings now or not.
Oh,
Adam,
okay.
do you see the comments that were left on that one video you did when you found those pliers? You're going, I have no idea what these are used for.
Depends how long ago it was.
I think you found about 3 or 4. And you even had a couple of the torque wrenches and everything. But to me, it looks like just a bigger version of brake spring pliers for maybe like for big rigs, or drum brakes, because that's what you actually have to have in order to reattach the spring.
Yeah, you got to go up and over and get them in there and this way and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's for regular pickups and stuff. Yeah, and then real heavy duty, but that's totally different than air brakes.
Right.
You
But I was
got
just
your
gonna
power
say,
wheel adjustment and all that.
yeah. But I mean, the ones that he found, I mean, these things were almost double the size of what I would have as far as doing like drum brakes on car or pickup.
Yeah. Especially like on like a 2-ton, 3-ton truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe even bigger than that.
Well, yeah, because a lot of those trucks, they got 16-inch and 20-inch, 18s, the 20s, and with just regular old gas job, not no heavy hauler or nothing, but.
But man, I tell you, like I said, I've been watching past couple of days some of his videos from as far back as a year ago, And I'm looking at some of that stuff that he's finding at some of these garage sales. I'm going, damn, I can't find any of that kind of stuff around here for that kind of money, for that cheap.
Yeah. Well, Chef Scott, that's Adam that had made that comment. And 4 or 5 hours to find what? 4 or 5 hours to find some good deals at garage sales and auctions.
Back when people used to, read newspapers and stuff, me and one of my ex-girlfriends, we used to go yard sale hopping on Saturdays and Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and you can
You just find a little route and you just go.
Yep. Oh man, I tell you can find a lot of good deals at garage sales. Adam has. I mean, he found in that one box. I think he found like a little tool holster sitting right there on top, and then there's about 4 or 5 of the halon fire extinguishers.
Well, there's a one of the auction places around me. There's a nuclear plant really close to me, and it is ridiculous the things that they send to that auction house. Brand new stuff, boxes full of everything. It just goes. I bought a Baldor motor, 200 horse, brand new in the shipping crate for $150. And the story I got from the guy who works at the nuclear plant, they just didn't have room to put it away. So they bought it, and 6 months later, they sent it off to the auction.
And what horsepower is it?
To me, though, so my job, I just opened a crate to figure out what was in this crate after 3 years. It's been sitting here taking plenty of space up. I'm like, no one wanted to open the damn thing. I opened it, I'm like, okay, so it doesn't match what the crate's actually labeled. It's just a crate full of other stuff versus what's labeled. We all know who Berg Warner is, obviously.
Yeah.
All the crap in this crate is not from them. I know that for a fact. I'm just like, why do we have this crate here? It's taking up so much valuable space in our storage area. So we're going to figure out what this stuff is. And I don't even know what it is. I don't even remember when we got it or if it was there when I started. It's just, it's big. It's stuff that's bigger than 1.5 inches on bolts. I know that.
So how big was that motor, Adam?
200 horse.
Damn.
Was that for like what, a little top motor, or what kind of motor?
It was kind of it was a C face, so it's kind of for like a vertical mounting.
Oh, okay. So you got to wire it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
For what you can rewire it in 100 different ways to do what you need it to do.
Yeah, a few different ways. I sold that to I didn't have a way to start it at my house, but I resold it and quadruple the money I paid for it.
Things they probably made you a few coins by selling that off.
Yeah. It's crazy what they send to that auction place.
Yeah. You were doing one video and everything when you had that little cart that had like the V groove in the middle of it.
Oh, that paper cart? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, off to the side, you didn't talk about it because now you didn't get to the auction. There was like a V-twin engine. What was that one?
Well, I have a couple V-twin Kawasaki's that have the tapered shafts on them that I'm saving for welders, because the tapered shaft is what you need for the armatures inside the welding machine.
Right.
And also some of the pumps
generators or but like what you were saying,
wood chipper, like what I ran into.
I don't know, not the wood chippers I've seen, like with the Briggs and Stratton engines on them.
Yeah,
that's just a keyed shaft right there instead of a tapered shaft that press fits like on a generator. And generators, man, you got to know what you're doing when you're getting a generator off of an engine, especially off of Briggs. If the sump pump goes, the sump gasket goes, man, that's a lot of work to go through just to change that one little flimsy gasket on a Briggs, for on a generator.
Well, I'll tell you, Adam, I've been watching those videos and everything. It's like, damn, You're one lucky SOB to find all that kind of stuff for that cheap amount of money.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Just
Gee,
the
I can't
area
find.
you're in.
It's like I just can't believe he's getting them at those kind of prices.
I guarantee you go like outside out toward the country and stuff like that, and you spot them farmhouses that's got garage sales. That'll be cheap.
Yeah, there's lots and lots of small farms in the area.
Right.
Hello?
The Raiders are doing this thing called playing football right now. It's a miracle.
Oh, so they're not losing?
It's 17-7 right now, almost halftime.
Damn.
It only lasts for the first 2 quarters, and then everything goes downhill from there.
All right. So I take it you like the Raiders?
Well, I liked them until they went to Vegas.
Okay. Can you name the 4 cities they called home?
Wait, 4 cities like Raiders. The Raiders. I know Oakland.
I'm talking about before they went to Vegas.
Oh, you're talking AFL stuff.
No. Well, I mean they're still they're NFL right now.
There's Oakland.
Okay.
Oh, I've only ever known Oakland and LA.
Well, you got them as Oakland, the Oakland Raiders, which is where they started. Then they went up became the Los Angeles Raiders.
Yeah, that's where they were when I was a kid.
Okay. And then for, I think, one season, they were known as the Anaheim Raiders.
That's not right.
Yep. They were known as the Anaheim Raiders. What's up, Wahawk?
What's up, Wahawk? What's happening?
Then they actually moved back to Oakland.
All right, I'll check it in a minute, Wahawk. Just remind me in a few minutes.
I'm not really worried about football right now. I'm more worried about baseball.
I'll go home and go in the shop and start working on it. To get something done.
Right now, I don't keep up with baseball. But the only thing I'm keeping up with is football, and my team actually won their first game yesterday.
That's the Texans, right?
Yep.
You don't like the Cowgirls?
The Arlington Plowboys.
So Dallas won yesterday.
I think they did. I don't keep up with them.
Saints won yesterday. That's a good thing. LSU, man, they had a bad lose Saturday. It was like 40 to 13.
Yeah.
Against the Vols, Tennessee.
But the only thing I know of is that Oklahoma University, they wound up getting their butts kicked by Texas. I think was it A&M, which every year we have the Red River rivalry, and it's always OU against Texas. And for a while there, OU was winning, and they got their butts kicked Saturday, from what I heard.
I think the main rival of LSU is Bama, if I'm not mistaken. Bama's LSU's major rival.
Yep.
And if it wasn't, it is now because of Saban, because Saban's the one, was the coach for LSU. And he did good for the amount of time he spent at the college, as a coach. And then when he went to the, got that one national championship or 2, whatever. Saban went to coach for the Dolphins in Florida.
Damn, I didn't think
that
we
was
had
a pro team. And then after that one season, he went to Alabama instead of coming back to LSU.
Hey, Cajun. Adam's over. He's doing an impersonation of Eek.
Oh, Eek. Egg.
Yeah. Having a little snack.
What was that you chomping on?
Pork rinds.
Oh, okay. I was thinking to say whistle. Like, I ain't eating nothing. Whistle.
Yeah, my boss gets on my ass. I walk around the shop eating seeds.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, eating spits all day long.
Oh, sunflower seeds?
Oh yeah.
I used to love them. Now that I ain't got no top teeth hardly. I had, almost all of them pulled. I can't. Man, I could eat those faster than a squirrel.
Oh, I'll go through a bag watching a baseball game.
Oh yeah. You know what I do? I lay some seeds on my chest. When I'm reclining,
Mm-hmm.
I lay some seeds on my chest, on my shirt, and then I got a bowl. Then I got a bowl, and then I do like this, and I crack it open, and then I take my 2 fingers like that. But I got that system down pat. I mean, very fast. And then the shells go in the bowl.
Yep, it's in there.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Talking about an oxymoron. Yeah.
Or an elevator in an outhouse.
An elevator in an outhouse.
Yep. And that's something else. Always. Someone had mentioned. I heard on the radio years ago. Is that some of the things that we say makes no sense. You drive on the highway, but let's see, you park in the driveway,
right?
And hold on a minute.
Hey, Warhawk, I hadn't got that email yet. Did you send it to CajunCoinHunter64@gmail.com?
What's wrong? What's wrong, little man? What are you begging for? I'm begging for nothing.
All right, be careful.
Yeah, driveway and what's the other one? I forgot. I forgot the other one.
You park in the driveway, but you drive on Parkway.
Parkway's like Park Ave.
Right.
Are you lighting a cigarette with map gas?
Yep.
But okay, what's really weird is why are apartments all stuck together? You get apartments stuck together.
You got to break the word up. Apartment.
Right. I know.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, that was one of the things that they wound up saying. It's like, yeah, it makes no sense.
Plenty of things don't make sense. Just like guys wearing skinny jeans and wearing man buns to me.
Oh God, no, that makes no sense at all.
Still trying to figure that one out.
Oh,
which
and
one?
I saw one. It was someone had posted a picture on Facebook, and it showed all these guys standing around. They had like the man buns and all the weird clothing and everything. And it said the first club meeting for the Harley electric bike owners.
People spent money on that fucking thing?
Yeah, that's it. Warhawk, but it's after
it's $35,000
at gmail.com after that 64.
I've seen some of those live wires, I think, right around.
It's also not even a Harley Davidson product no more.
Yeah.
They sold that off to let them be their own entity.
So Harley's not even offering the live wire anymore?
My understanding of it is they developed it and worked with it, and their R&D for all Harley's electric stuff is actually up here in Northern California.
Right.
There's a small little facility for them up here, like just with Nissan and Honda Racing and all kinds of other stuff up here.
Right.
But my understanding is they sold the name Livewire and they disassociated themselves with that particular thing. Because I look at it this way. The price is too damn high.
Right. It is too high.
It's too high, and it doesn't do what it should do when there's other companies already doing better.
There's only one drawback that I could see. I mean, I really like the look of it. I mean, it looked good.
It didn't look bad.
Right. I mean, but there was one thing about it I did not like at all.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have that Harley rumble.
They were supposed to be working on a chip system to give it some sort of sound.
Yeah. besides that.
Yeah, where it's a constant whine.
Yeah. I mean, it was the only other drawback I could see to the live wire was I think they said it was about 150, 160 mile range on a full charge.
110 is what I know.
Okay.
And that's on a full charge. I don't know if that's highway or city or whatever, but $35,000 for a motorcycle that can only give me 110 miles. No. There's another company called Zero that is located up here in NorCal as well. Their bikes are capable of, I think, 225.
Damn.
Is what I personally have read.
Right. Now for me,
that's a big difference.
Right. Now for me, I can see something like that. Now if you get them to where they've got the longer distance,
mm-hmm.
I mean, because most of the time when you're out riding, you're not, for you to go out and do 200 miles a day.
That's a long ride every day.
That is a very long ride. I mean, I know for a fact that Crystal and I, first long trip we went on was down to DOH last year. That was right around 200 miles. And, yeah, I mean, we were both kind of worn out. I mean, that was about a 5-hour trip because you had to stop on the trike and get more gas and everything in it. And I already had it planned out, had the full tank on here. And we got further south. We stopped at the Buc-ee's down in Madisonville, chopped off the bike, went in, stretch your legs like you're supposed to.
Yeah, you take 30 minutes. You get off the bike in 30 minutes.
Right. And because that, like I said, that's the one thing that they say is when you're on a motorcycle, you're supposed to get off the bike like every couple hours.
Just get out. You'll get hand cramp. Like my hands will cramp on me, or not my knees or my calves will cramp up on me from constantly hugging the tank.
Right, but
because I'm sitting there and trying to maintain myself.
Right, because I mean that's the thing you're supposed to. You're supposed to, like every couple hours, you're supposed to get off, walk around, and stretch, bathroom break, whatever, and then get back on and say you want to go another 2 hours. That's fine, but that's what you're supposed to do on that. But now for me, I watch, several different videos on electric vehicles, and it's like the charge time on them. I personally, I'm not going to stick around 45 minutes to an hour waiting on the bike to charge up or car or pickup.
Yeah.
When it take me 10 minutes to fill the thing up with gas and I'm back on the road.
My bike right in the back is a 5-gallon lowrider. I get about 260 to 280 somewhat average, I guess. It's a newer model, so it gets pretty decent mileage, surprisingly. But my thing is I get damn near twice as much distance on a gasoline motorcycle, and I could stop anywhere I so choose.
Yep.
There's no support network for these electric vehicles nationwide. There's none. Like I don't care how much they try to ram it down your throat. They're working on it, but it's especially here in California, we can't even keep a power grid functioning almost.
And that's the biggest problem in California. Yeah, your power grid cannot handle with all the EVs that are coming out, along with everything else. And now California is wanting to do away with natural gas appliances, convert it all over to electric, and then that's going to put another
we're stressing the system so bad it's a joke.
In a way, I can see why people in California want to move away.
I got a bunch of friends that moved to Texas and Indiana and all kinds of places.
Yep.
They love it.
Now, I tell you what's really weird is, there are 3 power grids in the United States. A lot of people don't know it. But you've got the Eastern power grid. That's all on one setup. You've got the Western, and then you got Texas. Here in Texas, none of our power lines go outside, reach out across the border. Everything is in the state. We don't have power coming in, say, from New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana.
Yeah.
None of it.
I don't think Entergy and Clico, none of those go out of the state of Louisiana neither, if I'm not mistaken. And those are Entergy is a nuclear power plant.
Right.
And that covers a lot of territory, and I mean a lot.
Right. But the thing about it is,
even across the Mississippi River toward Lafayette to the west,
right.
That's all Entergy in that area. But when you get on that 20-mile bridge over the Chaffalaya Basin, that's where their service stops. And then you get into Slimco, which I think Slimco either has their own coal-fired plant and gas-fired plant, or is getting it from Entergy.
Yeah.
But it's a co-op, so I'm pretty sure they own their own.
Yeah. Well, like I said, here in Texas, we actually have our own power grid. In Texas, we don't rely on, like I said, we don't have to rely.
We don't need it. We don't need it.
Well, y'all
in Louisiana.
Right, but y'all are on the eastern power grid. That's all.
I doubt it.
Well, you got the east. They've proved it and shown that you got 3 power grids: eastern, western, Texas.
We might be on it. We might be on that eastern, but we supply our own.
Right. I mean, in each state and everything, you're going to have different power companies, but I mean, they're all connected to that grid. Okay. And like I said, so you've got the eastern grid, which is going to basically you go up north and basically draw a line down to divide the country from east and west. Like I said, Louisiana, that's Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, Carolinas, I think it would be Illinois, Ohio, anything east, that's all on one power grid, is what they're calling it. You're going to have different providers for the electric, different companies, everything, but they're all connected on the same grid. Same way if you start going west. Like I said, here in Texas, nope, there are no power lines going across the
You guys are
line.
completely independent in Texas, I know.
Yep.
Is it the same way with your water?
I don't know for sure, but I believe so also. And it might be natural gas also. But yeah, I mean, here in Texas, we're basically self-sufficient as far as electric, gas, water. I mean, now when I lived out in the country, I had a co-op as far as concerning for my electric, and then I had the same way for my water. But I didn't have to, say someone up in St. Amarillo, because that's way up there in the Panhandle. They're not going to have to worry about contacting, say, New Mexico Power and Light for electric, because they're not going to be getting it from there. Same way from, say, Oklahoma, or gas or anything like that.
California is just going to be a mess. All that is.
It already is. What are you talking about? It's been a mess for how many decades?
I think I'm 37. I'd say 37 plus years.
I'd say it's probably older than me. Probably older. It's been screwed up, I think, even longer than Cajun's been around.
Possible.
But yeah, I mean, it's
tiresome here.
And I kind of disagree with, them saying how they want to do away with natural gas appliances.
It doesn't make sense to me. How are they going to, there's so many old houses from the 30s and 40s around still. Like mine. My house was built in 47.
Right. And that's the thing. I mean, but a lot of that smog, I mean, okay, California, they've been having the CARB, California Air and Resource Board. I think it's what it's called.
The EPA, the emissions board, all that stuff, or whatever it is.
And how many years have they been doing that, trying to get rid of smog in California?
Oh, what is it? They got the firefighters on there talking about about getting rid of the natural gas stuff, the going from gas cars to in diesels and stuff, because they're using the firefighters to promote, air quality control or whatever. I think it's for a certain prop. I don't remember what exactly. Right. I think it's like number 30 or something.
Right.
And
but the thing is, they've been trying to say, oh, we've got this smog and everything out here in California. So we got. I mean, I know from back in the 70s is when they've had it going on. Okay. So I'm going. Okay. So you've got the CARB and EPA and all this other stuff that's been going since the 60s, 70s. And you still haven't got rid of the smog in California. So all the stuff that you're doing ain't doing a damn bit of good. It ain't getting rid of it. So all the stuff that you're doing, it's a waste of time because it ain't doing a damn bit of good. You need to look in on what is actually causing it, not what you think is creating all the problems.
Then there's the flip side of the coin here. You go to countries like India, Vietnam, Thailand, down south in Brazil, Colombia. They run 2-stroke dirt bikes and diesels all day long.
Right, and they don't have that problem.
What makes us any different?
I know. And they got probably some of the cleanest air around, too. I know one of the biggest contributing factors to it was all the hot air from all the politicians. And sometimes that hot air ain't coming out the mouth.
Right.
It want to come out of a different orifice. And what was that thing I know a while back someone was saying that I can guarantee you that I would die if I had my garage door shut in my car running from the car before I get it from CalForts.
Yeah, Scott Kelly. I know a lot of people from California are moving to Texas. Tesla's definitely not out there,
Nope.
Tesla's, I believe, opening their facility in, I believe it's Austin.
Are they?
I believe Austin.
I don't know where. I've been hearing, that Tesla is moving to Texas, but just I don't know what town. I don't keep up with electric stuff, so I don't. I'm not on. I'm not in the know of where they're going to be moving to.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't matter. Their vehicles are overpriced for what they really are.
Yeah.
And they still don't have all the bugs worked out of them. You don't have the range.
One bit.
Yeah. And look at Florida. Look at how many electric cars were flooded, submerged under salt water, and there's fires. The city, town, city, saying, if y'all have electric car, get it away from your house, all the way to the edge of the driveway, and because it will catch on fire, and it will burn your house down.
No, we don't have problems there. But
those electric vehicles, the batteries and the packs, they're super sensitive. Sometimes they may not be sealed. They can catch on fire if you drop them.
Yep.
And I know that.
Lithium ion is toxic, very toxic, and it's fragile.
It will catch on fire.
Oh yeah, that's why for me, if I've got any of my cobalt tools, that the battery operated ones, if I've got to recharge one, and I've seen pictures and heard of the horror stories about someone taking their battery, and putting it on the charger and leaving it on overnight, saying actually will burst into flames.
I've never had that problem with my Makita stuff, unfortunately.
Right. Well, hey, it can happen still.
I'm not saying it
I
can't.
mean, right. I'm saying, but for me, ever since I've been hearing about that, because I was for a while, I'd put it on. I might go to bed or do something, and let it be on the charger for like 5-6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, nope. Like the other night when I was using this little DeWalt air compressor, I got that 6 amp hour battery it shot, so the only thing I've got is a 9 amp. Well, it ran dead, so I put it on the charger at night. I wasn't going inside. I told Crystal, okay, I looked at what time it was. About an hour from now, I'm going back out there to check it. And I came back out. It was still being charged. About 10 minutes later, oh, the charger shut off, so the battery charged. I pulled it right off.
Mm-hmm.
I had a cousin leave I forgot what kind of, it could have been any battery, but I know it was a maintenanceable battery where you put the mix and the acids, and he left it on charger on an old school charger that didn't have an auto shut off. He boiled the battery and the acid came out of the battery and just singed the crap out of the concrete.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Because he overcooked it and it all came up and out. I can't see anything. I've done the same thing in my own garage.
Yep. That's the only thing about the old lead battery that I mean you charge them for too long or too high of input amperage. Yeah, you'll.
Yeah, well, if you hit them with the hard juice right away, you better be around.
Oh yeah.
I've done messed up a number of batteries in my time.
I know someone that they needed a jump start on their vehicle. They weren't paying attention. Their battery blew up because they crossed the polarity.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, they just barely touched that, put the ground on, and it's like, oh crap, that was the positive side.
Did it get welded together almost, or just
Well,
blow up?
It blew the top off the battery.
Dang.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
That's one thing I do like about
never leave a charging battery unattended.
That I use for the bike, and
Yep.
I had a connector.
I actually trust my trickle charger a lot, Mater.
Right now, I do trust mine. And the thing about with mine is that I need to charge up the battery. So fine, I had the connector and everything, plugged it in with the alligator clips, hooked it up to the battery, plugged the charger in, and it was giving me a red light. It was like, I looked out going, why is it having a red light on for? And I looked at it and said, polarity not correct. So I took them off, switched it around, and sure enough, that was a problem. But the fact is that red wound up becoming ground and black one wound up being positive.
Did you put the leads on backwards, possibly?
No, I'm saying, but it was like that little quick connect.
Oh yeah, that's what my bike has. My bike has the little one where you just go straight in.
Right. Well, I'm saying the alligator clips I had, it was reversed.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The black was positive and the red was negative.
Yeah, both mine actually. The rubbers on them, like they're both black, and there's a little indicator that says negative and black on them. They're both black grips though,
right?
Which is something completely stupid. They should have just stuck with a red and black on that.
Right.
I think it's a Schumer one I have.
Right, but I wound up reversing it, and all of a sudden the green light comes on, starts flashing, saying it's charging. Right, that's one thing I like about that trickle charger is it will tell you if you've got polarity reversed. It will not charge.
It won't do a damn thing.
Right, it's basically going, hey, dummy, you messed up. I'm waiting for you.
No, Renegades is correct. The Tinder is not a charger; it's a maintainer. He is correct.
Right. That's true.
It works great for motorcycles and deep cycle batteries.
Yep, that's the perfect kind of battery charger to actually have this. But like I said, it is a trickle charger.
Yeah, it takes forever, but you can trust it.
Yep. And that's why a lot of guys got motorcycles and everything will keep one, and they'll actually keep the thing plugged in, for several days.
I plug mine in every 2 days.
Well, I know when
I plug it in, and once I get my green light, I start it up, let her idle, take her around the block, bring it back.
Yeah. Well, I know for me when I got my bike, Right. When I got that first bike and everything, the Y Glide, I'd go out there every couple of days since I didn't have my license yet. I'd just go out there to the bike. I'd start it up, let it sit there and idle for about 5-10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure the battery was staying charged up.
That's what I did with my 81 Ironhead. I should have never sold that bike. That bike was fun. It had no front brakes. It only had rear brakes.
Ooh. So basically,
that's the bike I learned to ride on, though. And then then I upgraded to a 06, and then I had to actually learn proper techniques.
Well, for me, the bike I learned on was the Y Glide.
Ooh, was it raked? Yeah. It was the raked one?
Yep. That 11 Y Glide, that was my first bike.
That's a good bike. Nice bike.
And the thing about it is, when I first got it and everything, I started riding it. My thought was, why in the hell did I get such a big bike? I should have got lighter weight, stuff like that. Should have got that, something like that first, maybe like a Sportster.
I had both my first two were Sportsters, and then I got the Softail I have now.
Right.
My uncle and both my grandfather and my uncle literally both said the same thing. I dumped my Sportster. I dumped it, and they knew I wasn't gonna not get another bike or get on and ride again.
Right.
They both said, "Get a bigger bike; it'll hold the road better."
Yeah. Well, for me, it's like I was thinking.
Unscrew. It's just you got to get over the weight intimidation. The bike will take care of you.
Oh yeah.
As long as you respect it.
All right, and that was the one thing. It's like when I first started riding, it's like, I should have got something smaller. But then I changed my mind about that, going, well, once I get master of this, of the bike and how it feels and everything, then I'm not going to have any problem. Sure enough, about 3 months later, that was actually, I think, just riding around town, taking it easy, getting to learn how it felt and everything, how, the shifting, braking, stuff like that, turning, getting how the bike feels. It was about 3 to 4 months before I actually got that thing up on the highway.
Yeah, no, like for me, same thing there. I just went around town and just cruised.
Right.
In comfortable, safe neighborhoods.
Right.
First.
Right. And like for me, I would go and
a Y Glide is small.
No. Y Glide's not that small. We're talking about 650 to 700 pounds.
Yeah, my bike is 600 and I think 80 pounds. I think.
Right.
And that's up. Like my Sportster was like 570.
Right.
But there's a huge difference, though. People don't know it. People think Sportster's small. Sportster's a top-heavy bike.
Yep. Got that center of gravity.
I realized once I got onto the bigger stuff from the Sportster line to the Softail / Dyna range, they're more balanced.
Yeah. The Y Glide is
heavy and they're tall. They're not, and I'm a short guy. I could still reach everything I need to, but they're just very unbalanced as far as I'm concerned.
Right. And that was right. And the thing about it is now your dynos are they're shorter, but they've got their center of gravity lower than, say, a Softail. I know someone that, I don't know if they still have them or not, but they had I think an 06 Heritage Softail.
Anything under the 200 bucks.
And I got used to riding my Y Glide. I wound up getting on their bike, and I could feel the difference on how it felt so much heavier because center of gravity was up higher on that Softail.
Yeah.
And that's why it felt heavier because of that. But I mean, now to me, a fun bike. I don't know if you feel the same way, Anthony, but I would still like to get my hands on one of their Street 750s.
I actually thought about buying one of those like 4 or 5 times just because they're super small. I sat on one. I test rode it once. I think I tested a 500. It doesn't matter. 500 to 750 doesn't matter. The same damn bike to me.
Right.
What name brand?
Harley.
It's a Harley. It's
Oh,
a
Harley.
compressed bike.
Oh yeah, the smaller ones.
Smaller
Yeah.
than a Sportster in a number of ways. It was meant to be an urban bike.
Yep, that's
For
where they came
small
out with
streets in compact cities like New York and Chicago or
LA.
San Francisco, LA, for like urban riders. And
Yeah.
it wasn't even a horrible looking bike.
No. And the thing about it is, I first rode one of the 750s, and because like I said, the girl I was dating at the time, she actually bought it, but she had no way of getting it from dealership to her house. I wound up getting up on it since I was already having the endorsement and everything. I wound up riding it, and man, I tell you, I was totally surprised that thing, as small, lightweight, really nimble, but it had no problem doing 75, 80 up on the highway.
Yeah, it gets.
It still had the power.
The one bike I haven't went to the local dealership to look at is I want to see the Pan America. Just because I do like some camping stuff, I want something.
Right.
It's an off-road sort of adventure bike from Harley. Definitely way up in price, most likely.
Right. I don't think it's that expensive. I think they're in the 20s.
I mean, they're just competing with BMW is all they're really doing.
Right. That's about what they're doing, yeah.
That's all they're truly doing. And then they got another bike coming out called the Street Fighter still. That's their street bike version coming back out. Basically, it's the Buell 2.0 coming back. Which, if anyone wants a Buell, get a Buell. It's technically a Harley.
True. Are Buells even still around? Are they still making those?
No, they've been gone for a while.
Or have they?
I think they have been.
I know Victory's out.
Victory's been out for a while. I don't even think Arlen Ness is supporting them anymore. I think Arlen Ness is supporting Indian as I believe it's Polaris that owns Indian.
Right.
And I believe they bought Victory, but they're not supporting Victory for anything else. They're just pushing the Indians like the Indian Scouts and
talking about Victory motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember them from when I was a kid. Man.
Oh no, this is different. This is different, yeah. Way different. This is where they have a motor where it's actually gear driven, where it's a stacked gear in the box. There's no chain.
If I'm not mistaken, they had a motorcycle.
18-inch motors.
If I'm not mistaken, I remember a motorcycle by the name Victory, and they were like BMWs, kind of, BMW, those road bikes overseas. I think they were overseas manufactured. That's why probably why you didn't hear of them. But they used to be. I used to get my motorcycle magazine every month, subscription, and take a look at the new bikes and and then the articles on racing and all that. It was mostly racing bikes, motocross magazines, but they would advertise the road bikes in them.
Yeah, William.
Triumph.
And I was going to say that reminded me of what happened at a shop not far from me. They were guy from the welding supply shop had shown up, and they were unloading some oxygen and acetylene bottles, and one of the oxygen bottles had fallen off the truck, and when it fell, it landed right on the cap and everything, and it landed with such a force. Not only was the cap knocked off, but it also knocked off the valve. That thing shot across the street, went probably about a block and a half, and it wound up burying itself in the concrete slab of the building a block and a half away. And that thing, if everybody knows, how tall an oxygen bottle is, we're talking about the ones, almost 5 foot? Only
really
about
they come up to about here.
Yeah, well, up like this, only about 1.5 feet of it was sticking out of that concrete.
Oh yeah, it was buried.
It buried itself up in that concrete.
Wow. I'm gonna hop off later. I'm gonna go get dinner done.
All right. Well, I'm fixing to shut this down, and Raisin's just now showing up. Well, I'm already 10 minutes past my normal time.
No, you're gonna be in trouble tonight.
Well, I mean, last time I checked with StreamYard and everything, I still had, over 7.5 hours to go.
Well, I would have been on earlier, but my brother came and got me. The Silverado's alternator is completely dead.
Yeah. You gotta do the alternator and the frame swap now, Cage.
Frame swap ain't gonna happen anytime soon. I mean, it'll be sometime in the future, but
you're just trying to challenge yourself is what you're doing, huh?
Yeah, but now
It's
I gotta
definitely
sink
doable.
another.
You can do it, man.
Yeah, it's definitely doable.
Yeah, William, I know about the Indian motorcycles. In fact, they got a doctor that owns one, and he's got his it's in his parking spot near his office. And man, that is a fine Indian. Cool, that is nice.
And the weird thing about it is with Indian motorcycles is that they are not their original manufacturer.
No.
Someone actually had bought the rights to the name.
Yeah. They've been bought up 4 or 5 times over.
Right. But, I mean, actually, there was a time period when there were no Indians being made at all because the company totally folded.
The first big push for Indian, I believe, came in like 03, I believe. Like when someone bought it, and I think even Jay Leno had a hand in trying to bring them back. Like legitimately bring them back.
Right. But the actual
they had a factory in Gilroy.
Right. But the actual company that started it, they're out of business.
They've been out of business for decades.
Right. But like I said, someone had bought the rights to the name and design, stuff like that, and then they reintroduced them. It's kind of like, give you a good example. You've got the company out there that's making the Henry rifles, okay? And they're called the Henry Repeating Arms Company.
Yeah, they bought the name.
Oh, yeah.
Copyrights and all that.
It's not the original Henry rifles, which they actually got incorporated and bought out by Winchester Repeating Arms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The original Henry rifle from back in the 1800s, that was actually a company out there that actually got taken over by, it was originally Volcanic Firearms. And then they changed the name to Winchester Repeating Arms. Yep. So they wound up taking over the Henry rifle. But, I mean, now, Harley, when they started, they've never stopped. They've never gone out of business.
Well, AMF did have a pretty turbulent time with them, I know. AMF did some butcher work.
Yeah, we don't discuss about the, late 60s, early 80s Harleys.
Yeah, that's what my iron hair was an AMF.
Yeah. We don't want to talk about a billiard company taking over a motorcycle company.
Yeah, it happened though.
Yeah, I know, and it was people from Harley actually took over.
Like I want to buy Mater is I want to buy 85 Evo. I want to buy 85 Evo just because it's the motor that got the company back on track, and it's the same year I was born.
Oh, I do know one thing. I've heard several people say that the Evo motor can actually outproduce horsepower-wise over the twin cam.
Oh, the 88 twin cam?
Yep.
Really?
If you get the Evo motor, you can do so much more to that engine than you can a twin cam and get more horsepower out of it.
There's more. Is it just like there's just more aftermarket support?
I think so.
Like, I mean, SNS just basically printed and copied all their stuff. Basically, anything from SNS is a Harley motor just redesigned and hopped up.
That's true. But anyways, I gotta get going. I'm sorry, 9:15, and I got trash and everything to get gathered up and put out to tomorrow's trash day. So, Adam, I'm gonna start with you. Saying goodbyes.
See you guys later.
Rajan?
Remember, everybody, work is never done when you have an older vehicle. But with that being said, y'all keep those wheels spinning, your beavers are grinning, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Right. Anthony?
Was I best? Jim 85. Thanks for having me, Hater. I'll catch you guys all hopefully Tuesday and Sundays.
Yep. Cajun?
All right, everybody. It's good being north of the grass. Be safe. Stay that way. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. Blue top.
Yeah, I want to appreciate everybody that's been up, not only in chat, but also up here on panel. And as you can tell, we always talk about different things. We went from a range talking about motorcycles since Anthony's here, and talking about machine work and equipment, stuff like that with Adam. We can talk about coins, even though we didn't talk about coins that much tonight since Cajun was here. But like I said, I want to appreciate everybody that's been here. And until next time, everybody, y'all stay safe. God bless.